Just
I
from
broke.
listening to your motor?
Huh?
Just from having your motor?
Yeah. Well, because they DQ'd me.
Well, I need to rev that motherfucker up. I want to bounce that chip off.
I won't do
45
it.
seconds.
Razor Edge Productions. We're here again, Small Town Dirt. I'm here with Jordan Beard and Travis Wolf. We've got a B-Mod driver and a Midwest Mod driver. Now, topic of the day is...
Are your Midwest mods slower than B mods?
Now, first off, I want to just say a few things real quick. Okay, I want to give a shout out to H2 Graphics for allowing us to be here in this facility.
Woo.
Thank you, Joe. You guys need any banner signs, race car wraps, anything like that, everybody here,
Holler at
you
me.
and you,
I know the plug.
you know the plug. Okay, give him a holler at 620-687-6200. He's located in Fort Scott, Kansas. Also, something that was brought to my attention in the past couple weeks, I wanted to give kind of some kudos, I would say, to some local racetrack drivers and racetracks themselves for sportsmanlike conduct. It seems like they went pretty well, for the most part. For the tracks themselves, they kind of put their foot down and let people know what's going on and you know, tell them the rules and regulations. And Travis is stacking them over here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
He's feeling
Now, this
good.
one's going to be fun, guys. This one's going to be fun. So, we are going to talk about the difference in the modifieds. My thing is that you've got the B-Mod class and you've got the Midwest Mod class. Very similar, very different, but almost the same speed.
Yeah.
Difference in pricing.
A lot.
You ready to talk about this kind of stuff?
Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about it. So, you run Nevada mainly, for the most part. You ran Humboldt.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And now the price wise on B-Mods are pretty outrageous.
Let me call my sponsor real quick.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
expensive.
Okay, and Midwest Mods, they're expensive as well. I'm just wondering, why do we need those classes?
I think it's the difference in size of nuts.
Yeah?
Yeah. B-mod guys send it, and guys like Jordan over here, they get a little scared every once in a while.
Oh.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead with this. Okay, this is going to be interesting.
Oh.
Continue
man.
on, sir.
I think he's already had too many.
Continue on, sir.
Why do you think you don't think you guys can run with this?
So, I think on a slick track, we can, for sure. And I think it honestly might advantage us a little bit more just because we don't have as much motor as you guys. So, you know, we're not having as much tire spin as like you guys would have. But in my opinion, I feel like I got a pretty good motor and car and everything, all in all, and I just don't feel like I could run with you guys on tacky. I feel like, you know, with you running 7,000 RPM and having probably 50 horse on us, I feel like you'd lead us and better shocks.
7,000 RPM. I better be sitting in this B-Mod. You don't have one of those cheated up running motors.
No, I can't. I get checked too much.
I do. I think you guys can hang with us. Just like I said earlier, Mitch Kohler had a 4-barrel on the Battle of Bull Ring, and he spanked my ass. I was embarrassed.
But Mitch is also a really good driver too.
What are you trying to say?
No, I'm not. You were talking about earlier about getting smoked by 25 years of experience by Jerry.
Well,
Mitchell's probably got 20 years of experience close to also.
Okay, so let's do some number comparisons here. I pulled up a couple numbers. This is from Electric City Speedway from this past Friday. We have Dustin Dennison, he was in the Midwest Mod, and then we have John Sheets, he was in the B Mod. Now, John Sheets and Dustin, they both won first place. Dustin has a 16.897. You good?
Just because Dustin was lucky.
Oh, okay. So he has a 16.897 is his best timing. Then John's is 16.824. Those are super, super close. So, like I said, the big question is here is, why do we need both classes? Can they combine?
No.
No, you don't think so?
Midwest guy, they wreck all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
do you think it's because, now this is something else that I have taken into consideration, with the crash boom banging of Midwest Mods, maybe if the price of parts was on the same par as B mods, do you think we'd be the same way?
Yeah, because you still can't take away from the guys that are first getting into a modified. It don't matter if you stick them in a Midwest mod or a B mod. They're still going, if they just physically don't know how to drive yet, they're going to
Right.
look dumb in either class.
Well, it was supposed to be initially for starters. It was supposed to be a starter class. Well, as the evolution of it went on, it's
Yeah.
not as
It's
much
honestly,
anymore.
it's honestly one of the biggest classes, I feel like now.
4 cylinders are getting up there. Though.
Yeah, 4 cylinders are getting up there too again. And, but, then you got guys like Jerry Morgan keep popping in a Midwest mod to have fun, and
Heard
that
that.
makes it tough for guys like me.
He needs to go late model race.
Yeah, late model race.
John Sheets too. Go back to the late
And
model.
and back to the lap timing deal too. I've honestly ran a faster lap time than John before at Butler also. But we also race on different tracks. Every single feature race that goes out, the track's different.
Right.
So, it slicks off a little bit more and more and more throughout the night, or takes rubber. It might be really slick at the beginning of the feature, but then by the end, if we run last, it might have took some rubber. So whenever it takes rubber, it's almost like we're running on tacky compared to them running on slick, so we can be in the throttle more.
Okay.
So, but I know for a fact there's no way in any shape or form that I could ever run with John Sheets. He would leave me in the first lap. So, I hear a lot of guys talking about the lap times and stuff like that, but to me, I know for a fact there's no way I could run with.
Do you think the lap
Those
times
guys.
are extremely accurate? Or do you think they're just kind of
I think
roundabout?
I think they're accurate for sure. I mean, I don't know how they couldn't be with us having transponders, but again, especially guys like John and Jerry, them guys have years of experience and
Deep pockets too.
deep pockets. Yeah, I mean they're just really good drivers. John is one of the best out there. I mean, he's pretty much unstoppable right now. And to me, and we got
He's a definite threat, that's
yes,
for sure.
anywhere he goes, everybody knows John Sheets is going to be there for the win.
Very
yeah.
few mistakes.
Yeah, and John does not make very many mistakes. There's a lot of guys out there like that, but there's Midwest mod. I think that we're more inclined to make mistakes just because we don't have the experience that guys like that do also, or the equipment. Like their shocks are a lot better than ours, so they're going to be able to hook up to the track a lot better, and then having more motor too. I don't feel like we could compare the two and put them all in the same class, and I guarantee you 98% of the time a B-mod's going to win that race.
I agree. My thing is that given the evolution of the modifieds, of course you got the breakaways, you have the Midwest mods and B mods. I wonder, because all drivers do this, majority of them, they want what their neighbor has. B mods, J2. A lot of people want J2.
Intruder chassis, Billy.
And but I'm telling you, a lot of people want J2 chassis, even though they are extremely expensive and they're accurate, obviously, because they're everywhere. Everybody wants what their neighbor has. So I'm
Everybody
wondering,
wants what's winning.
right? And I'm wondering if that's what's going to happen with the Midwest mods as it progressively goes on. Is it going to be one of those situations that, nobody's going to know the difference between Midwest mods and B mods?
I mean, it definitely every year is getting more and more to that. Like when we first started out in this Midwest mod, a motor only cost me like $4,500. Now we're in the $10,000 range to build an open motor. B mods, like whenever I
How
got
much does
first
it cost
started,
you?
When we first started, they were like,
It cost me nothing.
eight-
I mean, you're
8 to 9,000.
8 to 10 grand for sure.
yeah, but now,
For a decent piece of equipment.
I know, there's several of them out there that are paying 15 grand for a D1 motor. So there's still a big price difference between our two open motors for sure. And then shocks, they've honestly gotten to where they're about the same price now, but theirs are still better because they're running old shocks and gas.
Still fine, but
Yeah. Running Penske shocks and all that. We're still on oil base and no gas.
Well, one thing that has come awry a lot is the expenses. Do you guys know of any kind of way or thought of any kind of way that we cut down on pricing parts?
four-cylinder.
Well, you know, a lot of people have already been doing that. Would you move to four-cylinder?
Hell no.
Cylinder?
No
I
chance.
take last weekend, I'll never deal with a four-cylinder guy ever again.
Yeah, well, speaking of which, guys, he was the tech guy at Nevada Speedway this last weekend.
Yeah, Billy Shattuck can have all that. Too much attitude in that class.
Well, you know, they started this I-49 series, and given that, there was a whole to do on that situation as well. So, yeah, there's probably a lot of,
Tracks need to get together on road packages and stuff if you're gonna do a series like that.
Yeah.
I agree.
And stick to it.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
definitely too many crybabies. I mean, them guys are low budget racers, they're here to have fun.
Low budget racers, but then they want to go in and port heads and
cheat
cheat
shit up.
and cheat it all up, and it's like you guys are racing for
$100.
$100, you know,
Yeah.
like. And
Same with me.
Yeah.
I'm spending,
Yeah.
my sponsors are spending a lot of money. I'm racing for $200.
Yeah.
You keep saying my sponsors,
Yeah.
my
Hey, if
sponsors.
it wasn't for my sponsors, I wouldn't be racing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the majority how it is,
$200
man.
for second place. I mean, that's tough. What's an American racer cost?
170.
$170.
For
I
one.
guarantee I burn 2 tires up a weekend because
Mhm.
I like to hit the loud pedal.
So you guys are just coming in the negative every time.
Guaranteed. You're
Yeah.
not going to make no money racing.
Yeah,
Not
no.
on the tracks.
If you want to become a millionaire racing, you got to start with 2 million.
Yeah, no doubt. Sign me up, though.
Sign me.
I love being
It's-
broke, apparently.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, but you know, there's nothing I would love more than to be able to do this for a living, you know, but I don't know. I honestly don't know how you ever get to that point. Like, because to win the big races and everything like that you're in, you got to spend the money. Because to win those big races, you can't do it on trying to keep everything cheap because other guys are spending the money.
Sorry, it just felt really hard.
Oh, yeah, you gotta,
I know you could hear that crystal clear.
you gotta have super good equipment, too.
Yeah.
And shop time, too, that's another big deal.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like I see guys
Uh-huh.
weekly bitching about, oh, you're gonna beat me anyway, coming in there with a negative attitude. You know, I work 40 to 60 hours a week. You're not spending time in the shop 5 hours a night. You're not gonna get any faster.
Nope.
And I'm pretty big on people you know too. You know, Brian Bolton, Zach Marsh, they help me out a ton for guys like that. And they're super big on shop time.
Yeah.
If you're not
Oh,
spending
yeah.
time in the shop, you're not gonna race. There's no reason to bitch about it if you're getting your ass whipped. If you're
Yeah.
not spending time in the shop, that's why you're losing.
You gotta show that dedication and that
Yeah.
commitment,
Apparently, I'm not spending enough time in the shop because I'm getting my ass kicked.
because you're losing.
Yeah, Jerry.
You know,
He's a little sore. It's
I'm-
okay, folks, he's a little sore over not winning.
I'm the same way. You know, like Travis said, shop time. I mean, my girlfriend can testify that I live in that shop at night, and whatever's got to be done, you know, I'll stay up all hours of the night to get it done. And I work 60, 70, 80 hours a week in my real job. I still got, you know, there's
Still have
nights,
enough time.
and I still get up. You know, I'll get home at 9 o'clock, but if there's stuff that's got to be done on the car, I'll go out there at 9:30 after I eat, and then I'll be out there till 1, 2 in the morning. It's tough. I mean,
It's 60 hours. He's making me look like it's
I was about to say some of these guys that aren't.
well, you got to finance a race car.
Well, but some of these guys that are not even working these amount of hours, and they're bitching and whining and complaining. I'm sure
Yeah.
that just really chaps y'all's ass about that
Absolutely.
shit.
Yeah.
I know guys
I
that
have buddies that are like that. I ain't got time. Oh crap.
work 20 hours a week, sit on their ass, but
Yeah.
then they get out and bitch about it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I have buddies that, you know, will tell me, "Man, I just work too much at home. or at my job. I'm telling you, I work just as much as my buddies do, but you can still make time. Like you got a lot of night time. There's a lot of hours in the night. I mean, you got to lose some sleep, but
It's worth it.
it is. You know, it really is.
Racing for a couple $100, but everything disappears. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Clear head for a little bit, like I said in the car.
Travis likes to take his head out on the gas pedal.
Smash that some bitch all the way through floorboard motor.
That's why he's going through tires every night.
Okay, yeah, right. So would either one of you want to move up a class?
I
Is that a goal?
If I could move up to late model in a fucking heartbeat, I'd drive one.
Yeah?
Travis is good on that loud
I
pedal.
don't know how long it lasts, but I'd damn sure try.
I would like to go to VMOT too, you know, but
So,
at the same time, though, back to the cost thing, you know, it's really hard to justify it. And then
how much? What do you got in your car?
I'm probably
Not
25,000.
that much difference
25,000
at all. I promise you, I'm right around 23, 25.
Yeah.
Minus all the little shit that I replaced because people try to
Yeah.
win races in the second lap.
Yep.
Those hot lap heroes?
You ain't kidding, man. Piss me off. Take your time. You're not gonna. I used to be the same way. Frank Miller bought a pure stock. We built a two-seater. Me and Mitch Kohler. We switched weekends off. And I used to be the same guy. First lap, I'm diving that son of a bitch in the hole that you shouldn't be in, and cause a whole bunch of bullshit. And now, you know, I'm driving a $20,000+ dollar car, and it's not worth it.
No.
Take your time, be patient, and I promise you, I'm still learning that. I get yelled at every weekend.
He sure does.
Every weekend by 4 or 5 guys. It's just not worth it. Take your time, be patient. You spend so much time and money on these damn things. It's not
Take
worth
care
it.
of them.
You're racing for nothing. I mean, you might as well be racing for free.
Yeah.
You know, a plastic trophy.
You know what you're racing for?
Bragging rights and that
A
$2
clear head
trophy.
of being able to tell my buddies that I beat you.
Okay, so you're clear head. What are you racing for?
I'm racing for that $2 trophy every
That
night.
$2 trophy. I see it from a different perspective. I see you guys racing for fans
Yep.
and the kids.
For sure.
It is
That's what I
definitely-
see.
It is definitely a lot of fun, you know, when after a win you get out and, you know, the crowd's chanting your name. It makes you realize that you are racing for more than just that $2 trophy, you know, because without the fans, I mean, tracks wouldn't be open, you know, I mean.
I can't talk about this because I've never got out of my car and heard people chant my name. maybe on the front stretch because we've got the box somebody, but. But it is cool. You see kids lined up.
Yes,
It's
and that's the future, you know, you have to leave an inspiration to somebody or this world die.
Exactly.
So, and I don't feel like any of us want to see the sport die. So, I mean, absolutely, you have to leave an inspiration for the next generation coming. You know. So
That's the truth. My kids say they want to be race car drivers. I'm a slacker. You better go to college and get a good job.
yeah. And I can't imagine what the cost is going to be by then.
You ain't kidding. That's terrible.
Has your kids talked about getting into parks?
My kid just started racing cars. I got a little boy that just started. He is madly in love with it. Loves going to the races, hanging out with dad in the shop.
It's a good thing Travis has got that big money.
I'm broke. Listen,
Sounds like you're gonna get even more broke with that one than fucking
But I'm
racing.
telling you right now, when my kid jumps out of carts and he says, I want to race a car, I'll sell mine that day. And he'll come some good.
That's what's up.
Ooh, that'd be tough for me to do.
I'd do it though, man. Wait till you have a kid. I got plenty of them. And whenever they want to do something, you throw the rest of the way. It's all about them.
Yeah.
100%.
Maybe that's why I ain't got kids yet.
You better hold off till you're ready to retire.
yeah.
Gotta keep it alive for the next generation. So,
Yeah.
It's almost taller than a microphone.
Almost.
He says by the end of
He's
this,
gonna
it would
stand
be.
up and fall over, and the whole thing's gonna fall with
I
him.
don't fall over. You're talking to a fucking semi-professional race car driver. Right? I'll run Jerry Morgan at the Nevada Speedway. I'll be a professional.
Oh my goodness.
An amateur tattoo artist too.
I got tattoos. I make up on myself.
Oh, this is fun. Holy shit. I did not expect that, the Ricky Bobby. What the hell?
Don't get your mind just set on meeting one guy for Travis.
But that's the deal, you know,
Once you-
I've been around racing my whole life. I helped Jerry and Steve run back for years. And guys like him, Brian Bowman, if I can outrun him in the latest speedway, I'll feel accomplished.
Absolutely.
I went to Battle Bull Ring and ran with some of the best in the country. Fought a lot of troubles, bad luck, but I don't want to travel that much. I haven't spent a lot of time in the car and stuff, but the day that it's just, my pride's going to be way up here when I come up to Jerry and be like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah, I kind of, you know, I honestly, Matt Rose, I've watched Matt Rose race all my life, you know, and he was always I always looked up to Matt. And he raced my uncle's Midwest mod a couple weeks ago, and
Let's talk about that.
only thing I wanted to do was go out there and beat Matt Rose. And
Let's talk about that. Me too, bud. Second lap of the feature, and Matt got door slammed and I spun to the wall. And Matt's a damn good wheel man.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Him and Brayton Skaggs got into it. And Brayton's, he's won several races too. Good drivers. And I spun to the wall. Matt Rose, he's won me too. for
Oh
sure.
yeah, that I felt really good after that.
Just kidding.
Cheap Rose. But
Hey, listen here, tech guy.
yeah, you're the
I
man.
pass
You
him
got
every
it.
time, but I promise you. That's false.
After that race, you know, I walked up to Matt and, you know, just all smiles. I was very happy that I could beat Matt Rose. Like, that's all I wanted to do. I got lucky. He was way out there. I got stuck in traffic and I finally got a caution. And it was definitely to better me because there was no way I was going to get back up there. But it was a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun racing with guys like that have, you know, Matt's been racing since the 90s and has won everything. And
So he's an OG.
yeah.
One of those situations that is going to be a goal. So if you happen to ever beat him, I mean, who else?
Oh
who
man,
else would there be?
there's always somebody else. You know, like there's always somebody better. It don't matter. You know, there might be one guy that's the best. You know, you're at the closest 4 tracks, but somewhere else there's somebody better. And if you ever want to take your racing, you know, to the next level, you kind of got to chase them guys. I kind of feel like that's what John and Kevin have done too. You know, John mainly started out kind of local, you know, just kind of staying around here, but now they're not scared to go all the way across the country to go race somebody. You know, they chased Chris Jackson around for a while. Chris Jackson, in my opinion, is the greatest female driver out there. You know, but there's
How about the heads?
well, I don't know about all that.
Oh
But-
my God.
I like Chris Jackson too.
But you know, you just
I knew it was going to happen.
The
That's why I looked at him because I knew.
the stats obviously, you know, the stats don't lie. You know, but I feel like that's where John's gotten himself now, is where he knows, you know, they're confident enough to know that they can go race anywhere and compete for the win.
Absolutely.
You know, they've got the best equipment that you can get and the best driver. You know, like John is just one of the best. You know,
He is.
he does
I
not
watched
mess.
him.
John doesn't mess up. He is the smoothest guy on the bottom, the middle, or the top. It don't matter, and he will figure out how to make that car work wherever it needs to be.
With the quickness too.
Yes, yeah, he is. Man, you know, a couple of weeks ago he went to Butler and got back the whole field,
Yeah.
and not very long. And there's good guys. There's always good guys at Butler too. I really enjoy that track a lot, you know. And I got my first wins there this year, and I honestly, truly never dreamed that I would win a race at Butler. I'd always been in the top 3 car or something like that, but there was always those 2 guys or something that were way faster than me. And after I got that, you know, and then after you get that first win, Travis, it comes a lot easier. And you know, and now I've won 4 there now.
He wants to comment, but he's not going to.
Butler, man, that turn 3 is a little
Turn 3.
tricky.
Okay, so we'll clarify here. How long ago was it?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Turn 3 in Butler.
Is that your first year in the modified?
So, a few years before that, I bought Jerry Morgan's old Skyrocket car and raced it a few times. Spoke the wall, same place, head on it, Humboldt. And I was nervous, didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Yeah.
And I rode that car 6 times with Butler, man, and I like everybody at Butler. I'd like to blame it on the track, but it was my not knowing ass that junked a nice car.
Oh, yeah.
Destroyed
It was a pile of sheet metal.
That was gnarly.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was pretty cool though, watching the videos afterwards, after the depression.
You know, I have to, yeah, I have to give you kudos for ever even getting back in it after
And
that.
dude, I've raced Butler a few times. Last year I drove Blake Bealsby Mart up there a few times, and it took me a long time to get over it.
Yeah,
I
oh
felt-
yeah.
Going into turn 3, I felt like a pussy. I checked up 6 car lengths earlier than I should have.
Yep.
And now I'm getting back in the groove to where I should probably start checking up early, be more patient, overdrive the car a lot.
Butler's still that V shape,
Mhm.
so, you know, the backstretch,
It's
it's
a
gnarly,
fast
but
track.
it's quick.
And it was, I give the guys credit. They were just, Mike Parker and them just got the track. They were just figuring it out.
Yes. And everybody,
And
you know,
it sounds
everybody's
like-
always struggled with that track, you know, of,
Definitely sounds like they got their shit together.
yeah, but now I can only think of maybe 2, 3 nights maybe that were pretty bad there this year. I've been racing there weekly since the opening.
So how much rain was there beforehand on that?
I
aspect?
truly can't remember. I do remember a couple nights there was rain all throughout the day, you know, and they were working it. You got to give kudos to Mike Parker and them too. They worked their butt off. Like, it don't matter if it's 2 o'clock in the morning after the races. Mike will be out there on the grader doing something. You know, Mike does a really great job, and he does a great job promoting. And to me, honestly, he is a very fair man. Like, he's just a very honest and fair man. And I truly love Butler now. I love getting to race there every Friday night.
Because he won his first race there.
Yeah.
I did win my first race there this year.
That's why.
I bet Speedway's the same way. I feel like they've improved tremendously.
Absolutely. Yes. You know,
Beginning of the year, dry slick's not my thing. Give me a lockdown, give me a racetrack so I can let my balls hang off the seat.
Yeah.
I don't have the patience and a clear head for dry slick racetrack. And Nevada, Jerry Davidson, they've improved a whole bunch. Sean
Yes.
Allen and Humboldt, badass racetrack. Always multiple lanes to drive on.
Yes.
It's-
I got to experience Humboldt this past couple weeks, and I tell you what, it was an experience, and I absolutely love that track.
Damn good track.
Absolutely.
There's always good drivers there too.
John Allen's, he runs a damn good show. He'll come down after the races, appreciate you coming on, Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Springfield's the same way, having supporting us.
I'm not
It takes a lot. It takes a lot. Me neither.
Some
man.
people are, some people aren't.
I went to the Turkey Classic last year at Blake's car, and I got my doors blowed off.
Yep.
But I mean, after that many cars, Jerry Hoffman, he put on a hell of a show.
Yeah, he does. He's always got the biggest car count around. I mean, he's got 60-some Midwest mods usually all the
And
time.
the Turkey Bowl is insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
I called it the Turkey Classic.
Yes, you
Turkey
did.
Classic.
It was
Do you need some water?
We went the first day, I blew up motor or something.
Yeah, you blew up.
And the guys brought down the motor the next day. I don't know, 2 hours before the race started, I called Frank. I'm like, hey, can you bring Joey loaned me his Rupert motor? I said, hey, can you pull Joey's motor out of his car and bring it down to us? Last minute decision.
Just to try to even make the show.
Yeah, we raced and we did it. And J.C. Moore was there. I followed him around the top. And, 3 and 4, I looked off the other. It's a little sketchy, man. And I wasn't in the right mind, I guess. It comes back to the patience deal.
Oh, yeah.
The tires off, got my doors blowed off. It is a good time.
That's always a really slick track.
Yeah.
Well, with the anticipation of getting back into a modified after your big tumble and roll, that had to be a feat on its own.
It was definitely a little sketchy. I was nervous, but it didn't take long.
No, it sure didn't.
And I wish I would
Like
go
riding a
back.
bike?
I would take a step back. I would wish because I feel like I did a little better when I was nervous. Let's take it slow. And now I'm just like, let's let her all hang out and let her eat.
That don't always win
Yeah,
races.
Tiny Joel's. He was always big on. He'd come over and tell you sometimes slow is faster.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, after a few laps, it just disappears from my head. I just want to smash the loud pedal, let her eat, and it never works out.
So you got a new motor in your car?
Yeah, we blew up. No, it definitely luckily we were already in the process of building a spare. I had a spare motor already at the shop, but I wanted to make it a twin to the one that I had in my car.
Right.
So I took it from back and we were putting new pistons in it.
Go back.
It definitely does. But I just decided to take that motor and just make it a twin, just change a few things up on it, because we already had the bones, the block was there, the rotating assembly was already there. All we had to do was just put my heads on it and cam, and new pistons. So it was a lot cheaper than just building it all new again from scratch. So luckily we were already in the process of doing that, and then I blew up a couple weeks ago. So
I think I was there when you blew in Nevada.
mm-hmm.
I remember catching that, just the smoke. I said, oh, well, there it is.
Yeah, it's definitely sucks when that happens. But luckily, Brumback, he's always taking care of us. He does a great job of taking care of me. And oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, leave him alone. I love him to death.
You gotta love him.
I love that dude for years.
He's great.
You gotta love him to death, but that man will do anything he can
Bring
to
out
get
the anger in you.
Oh yeah. Last night he just kept picking on me, and
That's both
I
of us.
just all you can do is just that's all you can do. But he takes good care of me, and he's been very, very good this year of making sure I got what I need. And he got it together for me. I got it Thursday night last week and put it in and was racing Friday. And now we're getting that motor that blew up, we're getting it fixed and put it all in a new block and everything. So I'll have 2 weekends with it.
Rich guy.
No, sponsors.
Just like you were talking, sponsors. It's the
We got a new
sponsors.
motor over Brobacks too.
See,
I
I know for a fact that your sponsor has more motors than I
Steve's
do.
good. You gotta get one that brought me built by Morgan. So
My first one was.
I'm upset about it. That's probably why I'm
I
getting
wonder
out
if
of
Mine
hand.
just
back
blew up.
and
Yeah.
just let them
I'm racing
kinda,
against,
do
I'm
their
racing
thing.
against my damn engine builder. That's not no wonder why I got ruts, man.
No, because Jerry doesn't usually build his own.
He built mine. He's still outrunning my ass.
Yeah, Jerry built my that one that just blew up.
Some bitch ain't leaked a fucking drop of oil all season either. I'm proud of that guy.
Wow, I wish I could say the same thing.
That's because Steve built yours. I'm just kidding. I love Brummy. Been super good friends of the family for a lot of years.
Yeah, and you gotta give them crap because they're gonna do it to you.
Yeah, that's the first time when I first met him.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my god.
Steve is not afraid to speak his mind.
Well,
about
at
anybody.
first he was just trying to see where my mind state was. And he started giving me shit.
Oh yeah.
And so I started firing shit back, and then he just kind of looked at me. I'm like,
You
we're
have
good.
to. You
We're
have
good. So I think I was putting a video together for his boy over there, Jerry. And
My race car looked way better. You did a way better job than my review.
thanks, bro. So I was over there and I was doing that, and I was asking him what certain things were on the car because I didn't know. And he's like, "What do you mean? What do you mean? You know what the hell that is?"
Gold track,
Why are you?
positive
I'm like,
track.
"It's because I don't know."
All that cheating shit he was showing you.
And he was giving me shit. So every time I see him now, we're good.
Oh yeah.
I love it when he gives me shit because that just goes to show that some people
Yeah,
like
if,
him.
if he ain't giving you
Yeah.
crap, you don't like it.
Right.
I didn't know, man. He acts like a hard ass. He's a soft kid.
Oh
bear.
yeah.
And if you don't, I'll call his wife Karen. I smack this guy. I'm like, you better be nice to Travis.
Yep.
At 2 o'clock in the morning, if you're out in the shop, Steve will answer. He'll come meet you at the shop and give you whatever you need.
Yes.
I'm about to have them back again and just kind of sit back on all the topics and just watch. Because this is great. I love this. Thank you for being here. Honestly, thank you.
One more beer. It's going to be taller than a microphone.
It's already taller than the microphone.
He's got to get over the cord.
Hey, that's what
Oh,
I was
you
aiming for.
talking about this part here?
Overachiever.
Ah, you want fifth beer? Oh,
Go
shit.
get the ones
You
out of the
about-
trash can.
So he's about a 6 or plus now.
Just recovering from last night.
I've got
Brown hair.
I got that hard Mountain Dew.
Racers race and drinkers
Right.
drink. I'm not big on drinking, but
You're not big on drinking, huh?
So Battle of the Bull Ring, you gonna go back?
Damn right.
Yeah?
It was a good deal and a bad deal for me, you know. Reese Olander and all those guys there, running door to door with them. My head swelled up really
Oh,
big.
yeah.
I'm running side by side with these guys. Ryan Smith, another one, Brian Bolden, all these guys. I'll definitely be back. It was a damn good racetrack. I just had shit about tire string fail. Just little things threw me off.
I feel like I always have that bad luck, first nights in the car too, something always goes wrong. And that's why, there's a lot of guys that will tell you, oh, forget practices, just go race. Yeah, I could do it,
See
but
time.
I want to get the bugs worked out before I
Right.
go waste my money on entry fees and
Seat
everything
time
like that.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can express that to people all you want when it comes to seat time. Some will listen, some won't.
Mhm.
And the ones that don't listen are usually the ones bitching
Yeah.
about they're not.
Reason's
doing
easy.
it.
I could have done that a long time ago.
Yeah. I'd like
Shut
to see.
up.
I'd like
Do
to
it.
see a lot of people.
Shut
do
up.
it.
Or oh yeah, it's easy.
Steve, run
I'll just jump in that car
Steve,
there.
run back. Tell him to put a helmet on and set a race car. Claustrophobic fella. I promise you he'll freak out and get out.
Oh, yeah.
I think he raced one time, Cow Patty Speedway or something, one race car. He did get a trophy. I think he might have won.
Participation trophy?
Yeah, well, he's a little special. But he did the thing. He did it. He stopped. He retired on a winning career.
Yeah, he was the only smart one, I guess.
One of the biggest shit talkers I know. But if you tell him to get in the car and do it, I ain't gonna
No, absolutely not.
do it.
I've heard that many
It's
times. I'm gonna
super
just jump in this. Yeah, oh, that looks easy. All you gotta do is just jump in the car, you know. And
Drive, go
it's-
fast, turn left.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
That's all you
okay.
hear. That's all you hear. And it's like, okay, well, you don't have a car, obviously, so you just don't know what the hell you're talking about.
No. There's a lot of people like that. What do you call them? The ones that sit in the bleachers and
Assholes.
Well, yeah. Well, there's an actual name for them though.
Keyboard warriors. I don't know.
They're not keyboard warriors, they're not behind a computer.
Yeah, a lot of
bleacher
folks
bleacher
don't know.
racers.
yeah, of course.
Bunch of bleacher racers.
It'd be like backseat driver type situation.
And it's cool though. Like I mean, you're trying to outrun yourself every weekend.
Mhm.
You can always be faster. Just like last night at the Vegas Speedway, I slowed down and I finally decided I'm just gonna pay attention to what Jerry does. And it catch the asshole, but I just started doing
You can
it
at least
every day.
maintain.
You know, this guy's been racing for 25 years. Pay attention. These guys sit in the stands. Oh yeah, or race 4-cylinders their whole life. Never been in a modified.
Yeah,
rear
totally
steer and
different.
all this stuff. Oh, I could do that. You know, I won 27 championships. And shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Get in the B mod and try it.
Yes.
Get in the late mod.
I
whatever.
can
It's
tell
not
you-
easy.
I can tell you I started in a 4-cylinder and for 1 year, and then I got in the Midwest mod, and I didn't learn a thing in that 4-cylinder between the two.
And I hear people say that all the time. Well, let's start out racing in a pure stock or a 4-cylinder, and then, you know, finishing the top 5 will get you a pure stock. You'll learn everything you need to know. No, it's
No.
I started out in a pure stock. V mod game changer.
Yeah.
You know,
They don't drive the same at all. The horsepower ain't the
Not at
same,
all.
the suspension
Not at
ain't
all.
the same, nothing.
yeah, you hit the gas, the car turns itself. You know, pure stock, you're whipping that something that's in there like you got a 40-foot trailer behind you. You know,
Yeah,
it's just different.
big old lead
And
sled.
maybe that's just me, you know. I don't think I ever finished a race at the Vegas Speedway with pure stock without getting black flagged.
Oh my.
The best time of my life, though. Two-seater pure stock, me and Mitch Colder, best time of my life. You just look over the passenger, and your eyes are real big. And I was the same way. I rode in the passenger seat, I'm like, Mitch, you don't hit the fucking brakes, dude. You don't hit the brakes, you feel like you're sitting in the passenger seat with Scott Bluetooth.
Oh, yeah.
Pure stock. You're doing 130 mile an hour, feels like.
Yeah.
But
Oh, my
it is.
goodness.
You can't say that. Like you actually have to jump in the car.
And do it a few times.
Yeah,
You ain't
I
gonna
see
you
what
can't.
happens. You know, I'm probably just now a year, a full season probably.
Mhm.
I rolled that first car 6 races in, and I was done until Blake let me drive his car. And I'm still figuring it out, man. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Guys
Me
who've
too.
raced 20 years, you can learn something every night.
Yeah.
You just got to pay attention.
Yeah, I'm 6 years in, I think, of full seasons pretty much, and I still feel like I learned something all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
I did not know that.
For sure.
Okay.
Honestly, asked you afterwards, and let me know that. Zach Marsh.
Kevin Morrow
Promise
for
you,
me.
10 minutes after the feature, but we got working with Power Control.
Yes.
Put
Kevin
a-
Morrow
put a
and
trampoline
Rose.
spring on the fucking carburetor or something. You know, last
Yep.
week, and I was pedaling the shit out. The GoPro's a terrible idea. Because then I post them on Facebook, and all my buddies see it. Well, this is what you're doing wrong. You're
Yeah.
overdriving the shit out of it.
Oh yeah, I'm just going ahead and go put it out there. I got those GoPro footage now, so.
Damn, I'm ready for the footage.
Yep,
Badass
so go see
videos
the
right there.
footage. It's gonna be coming up soon.
You're going to have to do a lot of editing. Make me look good.
Make me look good.
You could Photoshop Jerry out in front of me.
Yes. Take him completely out of the picture.
Yeah. Travis Wilkes on the pole and set the pace.
And let it reel out.
So last weekend was at Butler and Amada. You went from being up there first and kind of.
Oh, man.
What happened?
Felt good.
So, last week we finished second. It was the first night in that new motor. I needed a caution horribly. Usually, Midwest Mod race, you could count on a few cautions. We went
Yeah.
green to checkered that night, and I got stuck behind second.
Really?
place.
Green to checker on a Midwest mod?
Yep, we did it.
Okay.
We did it Friday and
I think
Saturday
I've seen it
night.
maybe twice, 3 times.
We did it Friday and Saturday night last weekend, but we're in the video. And both nights I needed a caution horribly. I got stuck behind second place last Friday, way too long on the bottom, and that's not where the line was at all. Finally got around him. By then Dakota Dillon was a whole straightaway ahead of me. That's with no caution, that's a lot of ground to make up. So I never could really min. And then last week at Nevada, I started 5th, I think, 4th or 5th, something like that. And going to the first corner, and I'd already got second. And going into 3 and 4s, when we were coming out of 4, my car popped out of gear. And I thought I chucked a drive shaft or something, so I started pulling down in the infield. And usually when you chuck a drive shaft or something, you can hear clank, or something. I didn't hear nothing. I'm like, that's weird. And I looked down and the freaking shifter was forward. I was like, dang it. So I shoved it back in. I should have just stopped and let a caution come out, but wasn't thinking about that. I shoved it back into gear, and by then they were already half a straightaway ahead of me, and I was back in last. So I had to play catch up the whole night there too, and we went green to checkered the whole time.
I should have looked up the time for you and Dakota and a few other people, because I tell you what, Dakota's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched him, and so is my husband. We have an eye on him. He's gotten
Oh yeah,
very competitive.
Yep, Dakota's gotten very competitive. He won that race early in the year. Racing me and Dustin and all of us. And I think he led every lap of that race. He's gotten where, he's another guy every week that we run at Butler. I know that I'm gonna have to race him.
Midwest mods have definitely gotten faster, more competitive this year in comparison to last year,
Yep, I
especially
agree.
locally.
Yep.
The top 5 guys are always top 5. And even when somebody comes in, those top 5 guys are usually still the top 5.
Yep. And that's I love when Logan Moore comes over to Butler to race, because I think he's at like 13 wins this year or something like that. And I was the first guy to beat him this year anywhere. He had won 7 in a row, I think, at 7 different tracks at the beginning of the year. And I was the first guy to be able to beat him at Butler, and that was my first win ever at Butler.
I remember that. I was on the infield.
And it felt so good to know that I beat a guy like that.
Yep.
And then I think I've beat him every time since he's came back.
You broke his streak.
I
That's
did.
what happened.
I did break his streak.
Yep.
And me and Logan are good buddies,
We're not talking about wins now.
It's okay, Travis.
Oh,
It's coming. It's
Oh,
coming.
it's
It's
okay.
coming.
You'll feel it.
But I won that big race at Butler this year for the BDC Memorial, and I was almost in tears after I took that checkered flag. I never dreamed I would win something like that, and it is really awesome to be able to go out there and race with guys, that I can't mess up, because
it's gotta be flawless.
yeah, it's got to be a flawless race, because I know them guys are going to be right there on me. And to be able to go out there and run a good race and beat those guys, it feels really good, really good. Travis is going to know sometime. He's going to know
Well,
sometime.
you were what?
Whenever I start thinking about everything you just talked about, that's when I mess up. I know Jerry Morgan's behind me, and I'm starting on the pole.
So you're flawless. You start becoming nervous.
I don't get
If
nervous.
you
I
know
get
that
stupid.
he's behind you,
Yeah,
you
you don't get
stupid.
nervous like it's stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Just
there's
like
a
last
difference.
weekend, I gave that race away. Jerry passed me. I blew into turn 3, doing mock Jesus.
Yep.
And slid up the track. Ooh, there goes Jerry. Next lap, blew in there, mock Jesus. Here comes Brayton. I was like, I'm gonna spin these guys out whenever I catch them. They're coming. It's coming, boys. It's coming.
Travis is really good about it. Travis always wants that top line to be there. He wants her to fly out there, eye wide and
Straight to the
handsome.
wall. Billy Port was hooking me up with this plastic body.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the greatest thing in the world.
It absolutely is.
I keep the right rear quarter panel up against the wall. It don't even have a hole.
Yep.
Body bolts are they're flat. So my body looks good as new.
Yep. But same here. that plastic body is, you know, I know Joseph over here, he don't like putting wrap on it, but
Yeah, he doesn't.
he's gonna have to get used to it, because I'm not ever going back now.
See, that's another thing too. I heard about these plastic bodies last year. And they started becoming kind of like the thing around
Yeah, they
here.
weren't legal for us last year.
Well,
It
that's
wouldn't
what-
matter for me anyway. I did everything on there.
But are they more expensive than the metal?
No, and that's why it's a no-brainer to use it, because it is literally the same price pretty much that you have to buy sheet metal. It's a lot less work, because you don't have to bend it or anything, you just gotta trim it to fit, and that's it. And it is literally, you know, you get a door and a quarter in the plastic together, and it's like $320, I think, somewhere around there.
Billy Football is overcharging me.
Well, I don't know for sure, it's somewhere around there.
Best looking body I've ever seen though.
Absolutely.
PFS, let's go.
Yes, and, you know, and then for 2 sheets of metal, you know, you can get a door and a quarter out of 1 sheet of metal. And that 1 sheet is, let's see, $150-ish, somewhere in there.
Ish.
Yeah, and it depends who you go to, you know.
After one night, I'm replacing that.
Yeah, and it breaks all the time, and it doesn't last, and there's way more labor involved in it, you know, because it's got to be completely shaped, cut out, it's got to be bent, everything. And plastic, it's just definitely.
So the graphic guy doesn't like.
Graphics guy doesn't like the
He
plastic
doesn't
very
like
much.
the plastic.
Graphics
The
guy's
graphic-
got a lot of attitude when it comes to
Yeah.
plastic bodies.
But
He's had to rewrite mine, but
Right.
it is totally worth it. It is just totally worth
Oh, the price.
When Towers holding with the microphone. Just wanted everybody to know.
Okay, so Miller Lite, we are not sponsored by Miller Lite. just
Should
FYI,
be.
it.
guys.
Should be.
Yes, we should be. That'd be awesome.
100
But
degrees outside, I can use my helmet blowers. And a fire extinguisher.
well, I think we pretty well covered almost every single thing. I think. He's
Except
getting a
for the
little
rest
tore
of
up
these
over here.
meters.
So, well, you
Travis
want to
is
sit
big
until you get them
deal.
all done, or what?
It's gonna be a bad deal, we should not do that.
That is a bad idea.
Yeah, somebody's coming to pick me up too, ED, I'm a responsible guy.
Good for you, Travis.
Go and look this race car wash it, I'm probably gonna ask Blake to do
Man, what do I gotta do to get a guy like that?
it. Work harder, bud. Prove yourself.
I already
I ain't
have.
have a win yet, and that dude loves me.
All right. Well, I think we're just gonna go ahead and wrap it up then. I appreciate you coming through, for real.
Every
Me
time.
too.
I appreciate everything you do for this sport, for real.
Absolutely.
Videos, pictures, it's all badass.
Yeah,
It makes a
and
guy feel good about himself.
Yep.
well, I love the sport. You know, my husband, when he started racing, I just kind of.
How about that guy? Where's your
know.
race car at, Kenny?
Oh God.
Come get mine if you need to, it's okay. Been there, done that, bud.
That was pretty heartbreaking, but I have confidence that we'll get back into racing. He will. I
Yeah.
just don't know exactly time frame.
There's never any quit. Once you do
No,
it, you're good.
no. And I tell you what, with him not racing, I've been having to keep myself extremely busy on weekends because I'm used to, okay, well, you know, Kenny's going racing here, so that's where I'm going to be, and this is what I'm going to do. Well, when he's not,
Ain't got very many
You got no
points.
tires to grind or nothing.
I'm like, shit. And we're not loading a race car. I'm not-
That would be
I'm
in my
not-
life too. I wouldn't know what to
Tear
do.
off on it.
Like, well, I mean, anything. I'm not doing anything as far as
Sucks.
for 55K. So I'm like, well, shit. Looks like I need to go to this track, and I need to go to this track, and I need to film all these people, and
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
and then also
Same.
take pictures at the same damn time. I got video and pictures at the time just to.
Work your ass off. Keep your mind off.
Right,
I know all
right.
about sitting on the sidelines and it's terrible.
Yeah, there's
I
no.
tried being one of those fucking bleacher racers and I can't do it, man.
Oh,
You're so there,
no.
you're shaking to the stands. Like,
I love racing just as much as anybody out there, but I don't love racing enough to be able to go watch a race I don't know anybody about because I want to be out
Yeah,
there.
you can't do it.
I cannot do it.
This is
Well,
crazy.
Kenny went to Butler this last weekend,
Mhm.
and I got told, you know, I got phone
I
calls.
heard he
and
was
stuff.
the best crew chief in town.
That's what I heard too.
Well,
Yeah.
he's all about it,
Jeff
man.
Dowdy, yeah.
Well, Kenny's all about racing. He's all about racing.
I
If you need
understand
help,
that.
he's right there with you. Like, if you're a good person and you need help, he's right there.
Yep.
The thing is that I guess he went through the pits and he just kept cussing and talking about, I can't stand this.
Yeah, oh
I
yeah.
can't stand this.
Look like a crackhead.
Right.
Should be a race car.
You know, but he'll get back in a race car. It just happened to be that one time. I don't know. It was unreal.
I ain't never seen somebody climb a wall like that, so.
Well, and he
That
did
was
a
pretty
360
cool.
on the
Yeah.
damn thing too.
Climb it, 360.
I tried it too. I didn't make it.
Nope.
He said do it. I think if that fence wasn't there, he would have went completely over.
Oh yeah.
It was
I would-
surreal and scary at the same time.
I understand that too.
I tell you what, but see, and that's the funny thing when he was nose down on the track, I was on the infield looking straight at him, and I'm like, oh my god! And I see him take off his gloves. When he took off his gloves, and I hear his voice, I'm like, he's okay.
Yeah.
I started walking to the back stretch.
I would have just looked at it and been like,
Well,
I looked back when I
honestly,
rolled my car, I just seen a lady set in the lawn chair just staring at me. And trade out, he ripped the roof off me. You okay, man? And I was crying.
I know.
My race car is totaled. He said, "Love, you got fucking parts all over the track. Don't even look around. Take me to the pits." I
Cover my eyes.
completely understand where he's coming from.
Yeah.
I walked back into the back stretch, and I had these two. And this is something that really bothers me, and I have expressed this. People loving the carnage.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't catch wrecks. I don't like to catch wrecks, and I'm not that kind of person that seeks out wrecks. If I happen to catch them, so be it. And I caught Kenny's, and I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah.
Because I've seen him set up, on the lap before, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a really pretty shot, right? Hey, coming around, I'm like,
Oh, you got a good one.
Shit. Well, when I went on that backstretch, I had two women approach me. I'm like, oh my God, was you there when that happened? I just seen you come out of the infield. What happened? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I don't even know. I don't even know.
To make
Sorry,
it-
is the race car okay?
Yeah.
Right.
To make him
And-
feel
and
better,
he's like-
I hit the wall before him too, but I didn't climb it like that.
Right, well, and these ladies, they were just, like, oh, is the race driver okay? Is he okay? I'm like, yeah. Did you catch that on film? I'm like, yeah. And then later on, they came back over to me and they were like, we didn't realize that was your husband.
Yeah.
I said, yep, I'm so sorry. I'm like, he's okay.
Yeah, see that.
He's. Time out.
Be yourself, there's a little
Yeah,
wet
there's a
spot.
wet spot here.
That's because I gave you a beer.
Oh.
Oh,
You handed it off.
You didn't tinkle yourself over here?
Oh, well, no. What about the bloopers, you said?
Well, there's plenty. So we're good. We're good. We're solid. No. He's probably not a beer drinker,
Get it back
man.
to me. I'll drink it.
I'll drink it. You just opened one.
He'll drink it after that. Well, anyway. Okay, back to the carnage and shit. The reason why I don't like it is because I know what kind of work you all put into your cars.
Yeah.
I do. I
She
mean,
pays somebody.
I wish. I really wish my life would be a lot easier.
there was times
So
me
many tires, too.
bringing food to Kenny at 3 a.m., when he was first racing.
That's way too late for me. I'm in bed.
Well, he was
That's why you don't win.
Damn.
time
You
in
were
the
just-
garage,
I have to
man.
stop sleeping.
Yeah, you just complained that people weren't
Time
putting
in the
enough hours
garage.
in. You
So,
think Brian Bowling goes to bed at 3 a.m. if there's work to be done?
He's in bed way before that. Shout out to Zach Marsh. Let's go.
See, I can't shout out to anybody because I'm by myself in the shop every night. Unless
I usually am too, though.
I got-
but I mean,
you got Blake.
yeah, but I mean, he's trucking and stuff. But I'll call Zach, if I need a hand on stuff. What do I do here? What do I do here? Him and Brian, they're always on the phone.
Brian's awesome,
He's
I don't
a bad
ever
son of a bitch, man. His dad's the one that got me into it.
Mhm.
I started hanging out at Rockball Senior's house when I was 13 years old. And I felt privileged. I'm like, dude, let me grind a tire. He was a bad unit back
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
day. We had a lot of good
I was
times.
about to say, that's a hell of a way to start off right there with that guy.
I mean,
I heard nothing but good.
Oh, no, he was a
Legendary.
badass for sure.
Legendary.
I'm not going to say I did a bunch for him. I might have I might have hit the fucking button on the winch remote if he had one. You know, Petrosky's and all the guys, Billy Bills was always out there. It was always a good time with Ron, but he's the one that gave me the itch for sure. Him and Tiny Jones.
Yeah.
Tiny Jones, that's the first race car I ever set in. And I helped Jerry Morgan and Steve run back for years. And then I started running around with Zach and Brian. And they taught me a lot in just a couple of years.
Yeah, they're very intelligent. Brian, you
They
know.
are, and mainly we go back to the shop time, man. It's maintenance,
Yes.
maintenance.
Yeah, Billy Port was very big on that too.
You ain't kidding. That guy, he yelled at you real quick,
Oh, yeah.
like, you know.
You know, Billy Portwood, he told me, he's like, I could never be
Hell of a golfer, too.
Yeah, he's
Hell
like,
of a golfer.
he said, I could never be he goes, I could never be a race car driver. He said, because I'd never make it to the track. I'd be too busy working on the car all the time, just maintenancing it.
You ain't kidding. I'm proud of everybody that builds bodies and stuff.
Yeah.
And a fabricator, but Billy Portwood.
Attention to detail is
You're not kidding.
unbelievable.
It's crazy.
He will.
I look at my decking sitting in lineup, and I'm just like, damn,
Yeah.
man, dude does a sexy ass job. My
Oh,
race
yeah.
car is fine as fuck. She's a 10.
He,
She's a 10.
You know, even building just a little roof pillar, he'll spend an hour on a
Speaking
roof
of which,
pillar.
Billy, I need one of those. Mine broke.
He'll spend an hour making a roof pillar just to make it exactly how he wants it.
Damn good.
He will not
Taking
he will-
templates, old bodies,
Yes.
throw them in the trash.
Yeah,
I mean,
he wants to start new all the time because he wants it to be perfect.
he is.
He is his attention to detail is unbelievable. And
Shout out to his wife too. She's
Yeah.
in there helping him. Sorry about the black marks I left on your brand new concrete shop floor. I gotta get another about that too.
yes, you know,
Oh, boy.
and honestly, if it wasn't got four guys like Billy, you know, we couldn't do it either because when we got something major break on the chassis or something like that, you know, Billy's got a full-time job. He doesn't do this he doesn't work on cars for a living.
And there's always guys cheaper.
Yep.
You know, like guys tell me that all the time. Why are you going to Billy? You know, mine's 500. You're paying 3,000.
Yeah.
I
You
guarantee
get
you
what you
mine's
pay
better.
for.
Yes, absolutely.
And,
Get what you pay for.
and that's a big part, you know, Billy, that side buyer that I worked Butler was one of Brian's old cars, and Billy updated and stuff with the body.
Yep.
And I wouldn't be near as confident if I didn't climb that car that Billy Portwood did.
Yes.
You know, I felt a lot safer about it. The best driving car I've ever been in, which I haven't been in a bunch, but I know he built it, he paid attention to it, I'm
Yeah.
good to go, so.
I would trust anything.
I get stupid, you know, like, hey, this guy builds a badass race car, safe race car, I'm letting that hang over.
Yeah.
I'll drop it off to you next week if I told you.
Yeah, that's what I've done too. You know, my car, I got this car from Brian too. It's Brian's old car from last year. And,
Oh, it's cheated up.
oh yeah, I'm sure it
I heard
is.
all about it.
And then Billy and him, they redid the whole front end on it. You know, I honestly don't think there's an original bracket on the car other than maybe the right rear tubing bar. And that bracket, and that's
It
it.
was a 16th of an inch off, you know, Billy.
Yeah.
He broke out the level and the lasers and stuff, he had to change it.
Oh yeah.
Super good guy.
Yes. And this car is the greatest thing that I've ever sat in.
Except for mine, he had to set his mind.
Well, I don't know, but I love mine. You know,
I've gotten some badass footage of you in your car.
I love it. I love my car. It's very scary for me to ever even think about going to something else because this car works so well. And
You
I
ought
drove.
to jump up to the lead line. I think there should be,
A cap?
A cap on how many seasons you guys have got. You know, you've won so many races.
I haven't won that much.
I haven't won shit.
I'm only 115.
Okay.
I haven't won
Okay,
shit. I
Mr.
do,
Travis.
I do believe that.
Well, then maybe you need
Well,
to jump
yeah, I was
down.
about to say, what's good
Damn
for
right.
you?
Fuck it. Flex mod motor. I'll drop down and I'll put a spanking on
I
somebody.
was
You know?
about to say, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I mean,
Go out and run
after
Jerry Morgan and Brian Bolden to Vegas Speedway and tell me you did something.
after so long of doing B-Mod, you win few and so on and so forth, why don't you just jump up to A-Mod?
If I could afford it, I would.
Okay, well, I'm thinking that might be the same situation.
Well, shit, I'll loan you some shocks. Let's go race. I'll give you 50 more horses if you want to. You know,
That'd be
move your
great.
Midwest mod, put a 4
Maybe I need to talk to your sponsor over
You
there.
stay off my Kool-Aid right now.
Blake, you got any more?
No.
I'm really not too sure. You guys let me hopping in on that podcast.
I'm the only guy that can sign his signature on the checkbook.
All right.
I do though, you know, Jerry Brown. Guy's won a lot of races and stuff, and he jump back in, it's all for fun. Guys like that, you know, come out there and wax ass and shit. I think you should move up a class, but I see the guys struggle. Jerry Brown struggles with the car. It's you, Mitch Colder, all these guys. You guys go out there and wax ass every weekend. You know, it's a battle between you guys. You know, and I do think there should be a cap on. You know, move up a class.
I honestly kind of agree with that, you know. But at the same time,
You know, full body cars. That's a different story. Totally
Yeah.
different animal.
at the same time, we can't really force people to spend more money, you know, because if you cap out, then at the same
I got
time,
nothing to spend.
yeah.
I ain't even got no checks in my checkbook. They're all still bouncing.
Oh my goodness. But
You want to talk about something?
I was about to say, I'm about to put the title, you know, life and drama of a race car driver.
It's
Thank
terrible,
goodness.
man. And I should say that there should be a cap on it, but man, if that's what you can afford to become employed, that's what you should do because that's what we love doing.
I'm
yeah,
wondering if this whole cap talk is because you haven't got that trophy yet.
When we get a trophy, man, it'll be over with.
Okay, well, I am going to wrap this up before, you know, Mr. Travis gets a little bit more twisted up.
I don't usually snitch on here.
Oh
Comes
my
Blake
God.
Christmas.
Now since you're editing and all sorts of shit. Photobomb.
I'm putting that in there.
Joe, what up, dude?
Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up.
shout out to H3 Graphics, he's freaking awesome.
And Razor Edge Productions.
And Razor Edge Production, she's
Hey.
freaking awesome too.
Cheers.
All right, guys. Well, yeah, I'm gonna put all of it in there. How about that? Oh, every single bit. He's gonna sober up and be like,
I got
oh,
white shoulders.
shit. All right, folks. Well, this was another small town dirt with this
14W.
wonderful fellow here, 14W, Travis Wood,
Second placement. That was my roll. I can't roll my
and what? Multi-winner. Yep.
8 times this year.
I'm gonna roll his ass in the parking lot where he was. I'm gonna
Okay.
steal one of his trophies.
Oh, my
I stole one
God.
of Mitch's a couple weeks ago.
Jordan Beard. Thanks, guys.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate this. And again, thanks to H3 Graphics, Joe Cummings, for allowing us to use this facility.
He's
Give
got a
him a
super
holler.
nice butt. Yeah!
Oh my
Turn the
goodness.
camera around. Clack the cheeks, girl.
Joseph's awesome.
Okay, are we good?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'll be quiet now.
We'll see you in a couple weeks. Get a hold of Joe, H3 Graphics, for any wraps, signs, or banners. We'll talk to y'all later.